Good morning. I'm Reverend Jessica Clay, the lead minister here. My pronouns are she, her. It is so good to be together on this day, isn't it? That's right, that's right. We have blessings of abundance on this, our last one service Sunday until, a ways in the future. So if you are sitting in a pew that might be a little spread out, we encourage you to move towards the middle so that people that are joining us while the service is happening can sit on the ends to just make a little room. There's also plenty of room to let our greeters know still in the balcony for people that would like to go up there. Welcome to White Bear Unitarian Universalist Church. We are a community of people who gather together under our wide theological tent, knowing we are better together than apart. We search for meaning and spiritual depth in the midst of a world that breaks our hearts. We work for justice to build the world we dream about, the beloved community that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke of. We work for a world where immigrants are welcome, right? Yes. Where trans beloveds can receive gender-affirming care, right? Yes. A world that respects science and vaccines, right? Yes. A world that seeks to dismantle the system of white supremacy that our nation was founded upon, right? We gather to dream together and do this holy work in covenantal relationship. Welcome. We are so glad you are here. Would you turn to your neighbor and welcome them? And if you're watching online, please share in the chat where you're Zooming from. That was very succinct. That was a great welcome, y'all. We have people Zooming from Dellwood, Lake Elmo, White Bear Lake, Shoreview, Stillwater, East Grand Forks, Minnesota, Cottage Grove, another Stillwater. Welcome, welcome all. With 38 households joining us online, and another White Bear Lake. Welcome, we're so glad you are here. Special welcome to any visitors. Thank you for taking this brave move on this morning. Today is our in-gathering water communion service where we gather and bless the water that you have brought and bless ourselves as we journey together into this new church year. If you have not poured your water yet, you're welcome to come down and do so during the opening hymn. To share a request for today's meditation, please place it in the chat box if you're watching online before the opening hymn, or add it to our meditation bowl, which is in our Soulworks Center. This is a multi-generational service, which means if you have the wiggles, and any age can get the wiggles, right? You will find activities in the Soulworks Center to engage with during this service, and nursery care is available for those 3 and under. And for more information about nursery care and other programs for all children and teens, see one of our religious education staff members, like Amy. For those in the room, please join us at our coffee hour after the service in the social hall, where the board is serving ice cream and music will be in the atrium, provided by our fantastic band. I went out of order, didn't I? Did I? I sure did. I was supposed to do the singing bowl, and then we were going to hear from our choir. Sorry about that. We've got a new order this morning. News to you. Okay, let's hear from our choir. How about that? Welcome. Our chalice lighting this morning, can you hear me okay? We're good? Okay. Our chalice lighting this morning is adapted from words by Reverend Eric Kamenetsky and Reverend Michelle Budwhite. We blessed Amy last year as she began her sabbatical with these words, and we use them now to bless and welcome Reverend Jack back from sabbatical and welcome our new intern, Kaz Burr. Would you both join us up here, please? And your part in this is we bless ourselves and each other as we continue our journey.
Bless ourselves and each other as we continue our journey. Now is the time to embody change. As the seasons change, so do we all. Now is the time to change. As our congregation celebrates this point of inflection, we say our intentions aloud. We bless ourselves
and each other as we continue our journey. We weave the cloth of community from the strands of our individual lives. The warp and weft reveal the patterns. We are the weavers, we are the woven. Our cloth is beautiful and sturdy.
There is a time to till, to plant, and to harvest. There is a time for some to lie fallow while others carry the load. In this way, the work of community carries on. This, says theologian Howard Thurmond, is the rhythmic ebb and flow of one's powers, simply this and nothing more. We bless ourselves and each other.
Over time, the reins of community are tended by us all. We hand them off one to another. We see one, we do one, we teach one. In this way, the work of community carries on. We did this while Reverend Jack was gone, And now we hold him as he returns to take up his part.
We remain ever faithful to our mission and to each other, knowing that we grow as we grow. It is good to be together again. We bless ourselves and each other as we continue our journey.
We bless you, Reverend Jack, and pray that we will ease you back into the rhythms of the congregation. Ease. Have grace with each other and with you, and look forward to learning how your sabbatical went. Can we all say in unison, welcome back, Reverend Jack.
Welcome back, Reverend Jack.
And Kaz, we have begun a new thing by bringing you into our midst to learn the practice of parish ministry and to stretch and grow with us. As we assume the mantle of a teaching congregation, it is up to each of us to offer Kaz support and compassion as he grows into the visionary minister he has been called to be. It is up to us to create the safe container where he can succeed and fail, where he is free to create a ministry here with you all. Dear ones of WBUUC, will you give generously of your time, wisdom, and compassion? Say we will. Will you trust yourselves and Kaz and dare to engage fully in this internship?
We will.
Will you keep hearts and minds open to the gifts he brings to this congregation?
We will.
We will.
Will the internship committee please rise in body or spirit? Those that are here. Thank you. They didn't know they had a part in this. Thank you for your commitment to Kaz and to the process of growing a minister in our midst. Will you give generously of your time, wisdom, and compassion? Will you mentor Kaz as he grows into the visionary minister he has been called to be? Will you help us to create a safe container where he can succeed and fail, where he is free to create a ministry here with us?
We will.
Thank you. Please be seated. May we all enter into this relationship with humility and compassion, openness and curiosity. We light the chalice this morning in the spirit of humility and compassion, embracing the change that comes and knowing that each of us is a blessing to each other and to this community. Please join me in saying the responsive blessing one more time. We bless ourselves and each other as we continue our journey.
These words are from Reverend Rebecca Edmonston Large. Come in. Come into this place, which we make holy by our presence. Come in with all of your vulnerabilities and strengths, ears and anxieties, loves and hopes. For here you need not hide, nor pretend, nor be anything other than who you are and who you are called to be. Come into this place where we can touch and be touched, heal and be healed, forgive and be forgiven. Come into this place where the ordinary is sanctified, the human is celebrated, the compassionate is expected. Come into this place. Together, we make it a holy place.
I'm Reverend Jack. My pronouns are he, him. Please join me for the opening words. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant. Dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Please rise in body or spirit for our opening hymn. 1028, the Fire of Commitment in the Teal Hymnal.
I'd like to invite those forward this morning that would like to hear our story from up front. You can come join me right up here. So this morning's story, this morning's story is called Higgins, A Drop with a Dream, and it's adapted by by Christopher Boyce. Once upon a time, there was a drop of water named Higgins. Now, Higgins was no ordinary drop of water. She was a drop with a dream. Now, Higgins lived in a valley where it had not rained in a very long time, so the lovely green grass was turning brown. Higgins was very thirsty, and all the beautiful flowers were wilting, and all the trees were starting to droop. But Higgins had a dream that one day the valley would be a beautiful place once again. But what was she to do? After all, she was just one drop of water. So one day, Higgins decided to travel and to tell others about her dream. All the other drops listened very politely, but no one believed that her dream would come true.
Higgins, said one, get your head out of the clouds. You can't spend your whole life dreaming.
So Higgins decided that she had to do something to make her dream come true. So she began to think and think and think and think. One day, as she was walking by an old bucket, conveniently placed, she got an idea.
If enough of us drops of water get together in this bucket,
Higgins thought,
there would be enough water to sprinkle on a few flowers and help them grow and become beautiful again.
Eagerly, Higgins told everyone about her great idea, but everyone thought she was being a little foolish.
That Higgins is nothing but a dreamer.
So Higgins decided she had to do something to convince the others that she was right. So she said to them,
I don't know about you, but I'm getting in that bucket. I hope some of you will join me. Then there might be enough water to help at least some flowers grow beautiful again.
and so Higgins ran as hard as she could, hopped way up in the air, and kerplunk in the bottom of the bucket. And there she sat, just a drop in the bucket. So we're going to pause our story here. I'm going to send you all back to your seats. We're going to have to wait and see what happens to Higgins a little bit later.
We come to this space to remember that joy is still possible, to remember that delight is still possible, and we come with hearts broken and grieving and worried for ourselves, those we love, and the world. Now we make space in the service to name the prayers of our hearts, so I invite you to settle into your seats and receive these prayers that have been requested to be held in love this morning. So let's take a breath together. After we do our communal prayers, we are going to do a rainstorm meditation. And then at the end of it, we will sit for a minute or two of silence, followed by singing in your teal hymnal, number 1007, There's a River Flowing in My Soul. So if you want to read along, it's a pretty simple hymn, but you're welcome to open your teal hymnals now to 1007, because we'll just go straight from the silence into the hymn. We hold in care this morning Great Aunt Barb, who is having heart surgery for the third time tomorrow. We hold Great Aunt Barb and all who are taking care of Barb. We pray for healing. We send positive energy to Bridget, who's had her world turned upside down. For Bridget. We hold in care prayers for families that don't always agree or see eye to eye. We know the pain and grief that is present there. And we hold all who are holding this right now in love. We send healing thoughts for Tim Perfect as he recovers from his hospitalization last week. We're sending positive thoughts to a world that follows science. We are blessing and holding in care this morning Steve and Barb during their upcoming recovery. And we send love and prayers of healing to someone's friend, Steve, who is receiving treatment for cancer. May his scans continue to improve so he can be cancer-free. And we hold in care this morning all who are facing a cancer diagnosis or their loved ones who are facing it, holding them in love as they make their way on their journeys. Now is the time where you can name the prayers on your heart this morning. May the water blessings this morning be a healing balm to our hearts and to our minds. May that healing balm extend out to these names uttered from our hearts and our lips. May we do the work of letting the people that we love know that we love them and care for this world. Amen. And so it is time for a rainstorm meditation. We've had plenty of rain this summer, haven't we? So you know how to do this. Just follow along. And then at the end, as I said, we will sit for a time of silence. So let's start. The rainstorm is starting. And those of you that are looking at me with questioning faces, just join in. It'll happen. Feel free to make some thunder sounds or wind sounds. Do any combo of what you would like. Do you hear the birds chirping? Now, a couple of announcements. There is a maroon Highlander 9TG 942 on Hallam where a car alarm is going off. So if you drive a maroon Highlander, you might need to check on that. Speaking of cars, thank you to the men's group for the shuttle service this morning. Can we give them a round of applause? Big thank you for that. And thank you to all who provided music and support for our Peace and Love sing-along on Friday evening. It was such a success. Nori and I had a blast. Shout out to everyone who had patience with her around them. And it was so good to see so many of you there. So thank you for helping us to be a congregation that tries new things. After the service today, please stop by the climate action table in the social hall, especially if you drive an electric car. They're looking to connect with you. And we have a couple of things to look forward to. Well, we have many things in the life of this church to look forward to, but a few things I want to name. This Wednesday, our Wednesday night dinners begin again. Who's excited? Followed by choir practice. Who's excited? Is the choir open to new members? You betcha. Always. And our board meeting. Board, are we excited? They didn't know that was coming. And an intergenerational game night. Who's excited for that? Yes. Next Sunday, September 14th, is the backpack blessing. So please bring your backpack or briefcase if anybody still carries the briefcase. Maybe even just your purse if you need a little blessing to go with you into your days. And you can receive your blessing for the year. And what time are services next Sunday? 9 and 11. So if you come at 10, what are you going to come for? And the committee fair. So we are having a committee fair next Sunday. Come and learn more about all of the various committees and teams that serve our mission of growing our souls and serving the world. Join us next Sunday and learn how you can get involved. Our last announcement before we get to our special collection today is that we are holding a town hall at the end of this month, the 28th, right? 28th. So we're changing up the services a little bit that Sunday. We're going to have one service at 9. Reverend Jack will be preaching the good word. And then we are having a town hall at 10:30. Why we are doing this is because we need as many people as possible. We are going to go over year-end financials, and we need you to be a part of the conversation. Also, in addition to year-end financials, we're going to talk about our plans for this year and have a time for open dialogue around if you have feelings one way or the other about how things are going here, opinions. The tissues in the pews don't have lotion in them. The lights need to be changed, temperature, what have you. Things that you want to bring to discussion, come and let's have that conversation in community, in relationship. So the 28th at 10:30, childcare is provided, and we need as many of you to be part of this conversation as possible. There will be Zoom, but we're asking as many people as possible to be in the room for the conversation, because that's where relationship happens. So the 28th at 10:30, but come in here, Jack, preach at 9. We can provide some snacks in between if you're like, that's a long time. But the choir does it on 2 service Sundays. They stay that time, right? So we can all do it, right? Yes. And now Carol Nelson will introduce this morning's special collection recipient.
Good morning. My name is Carol Nelson, and I'm a member of this church. My pronouns are she, her. I'm here to tell you about the life-saving work being done by a small Minnesota nonprofit called Rural Healthcare Initiative, or RHCI for short. This organization works in Sierra Leone with the mission of helping women survive pregnancy and childbirth and for children to grow up and be healthy. Sierra Leone's a very poor country, a very low-income country on the west coast of Africa. Negatively affected by colonialism, a devastating civil war in the 90s, and the Ebola outbreak just a decade ago, Sierra Leone is trying to rebuild its healthcare system. RHCI was formed in 2011 by the Sierra Leonean community here in Minnesota. It operates 2 birth waiting homes and outreach clinics to 16 villages. It transports and covers hospital expenses for children with life-threatening illnesses such as severe malaria, which is very common, and pregnant women with obstetric emergencies such as postpartum hemorrhage, which again is quite common. It operates a child malnutrition program, a newborn home visit program, and a vaccine program. My 9th trip to Sierra Leone with RHCI was this January. As a retired physician and the volunteer medical director of the organization, it was just so gratifying to see the progress of our programs and hear about the appreciation from the staff, community leaders, and beneficiaries. Many organizations, including RHCI, are seeing the negative effects due to the closing of USAID, with reduced resources for malaria, TB, HIV, and maternal child health. But we can make a difference through RHCI's continued work in Sierra Leone. Your support is very important. After church, I'll be available to share more information and to answer your questions in the fellowship hall. Today, our offering will support this life-saving work in a country that you may never visit, but where you can share your abundance and show your love for others through your generosity. You can donate today in the offertory baskets or in 3 ways using the keywords MOMS, moms. So 3 ways: 1, on the WBUUC website; 2, send a check or leave a check in the lockbox by the front office; or 3, use the text to give option found on the sanctuary screens. Thank you for your generosity. We will pass the baskets now.
Are we ready for part 2 of our story? If you'd like to come back forward for our story, you may. While Higgins gets re-Higginsed. And so where we left Higgins was just a drop in the bucket. And for a long time, Higgins was very lonely. It seemed like no one was going to join her. But after a while, some of the other drops could see that the grass was dying and the flowers were wilting and the trees were drooping. They all agreed that something must be done. And you may have with you in your seat a ribbon with some bells on it. Do those drops all agree that something must be done? Suddenly, one drop shouted,
"I'm going in the bucket with Higgins."
And he leaped through the air and landed kerplunk in the bucket. 2 other drops yelled,
Wait for us!
and they hopped through the air and landed in the bucket. And then 10 drops. And then 30 drops. And then 50 drops. And then hundreds of drops came from all around just to hop into the bucket. Well, soon the bucket was completely full of water, but there were still more drops that wanted to join, so they found another bucket and they hopped in. Before long, there were 2 buckets of water, and then there were 3 buckets, and then 4 buckets, and then 10, and then hundreds, and then thousands of buckets of water. Then along came a powerful breeze. And the powerful breeze blew over all of the buckets, and the water flowed together to make a mighty stream. Everywhere the water flowed, the grass turned green again, and the flowers bloomed, and the trees stood tall and straight once more. And all of this happened because Higgins had a dream, and her dream came true because she knew that although she was just a drop in the bucket, enough drops in the bucket make a bucket full. And when there are enough buckets with the wind behind them, then justice will roll down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. And that is our story this morning. Thank you all for being drops in the bucket.
According to the UUA, which is the Unitarian Universalist Association, in 1980, 2 Unitarian Universalist women, Carolyn McDade, who wrote, I knew the choir would know, Spirit of Life, and Lucille Shuck Longview were asked to create a worship service for the Women and Religion Continental Convocation of Unitarian Universalists. We really like long names. We're a big fan of them. As they shaped that service, McDade and Longview wanted to create a new ritual, they said, that spoke to our connectedness to one another, to the totality of life, and to our place on this planet. When asked about this, they said, water is more than simply a metaphor. It is elemental and primary, calling forth feelings of awe and reverence, acknowledging that the ocean is considered by many to be the place from which all life on our planet came. It is the womb of life, and that amniotic waters surround each of us prenatally, we now realize that for us, this worship service was a new story of creation. We chose water as our symbol of our empowerment. And so we are about to gather around this water here, as congregations all across the world are doing on the same day, and we acknowledge that we bless the water as it blesses us. The word communion, which some of you may be having some feelings about right now, simply means the sharing of intimate thoughts or feelings. It's about spiritual fellowship, the gift that we give each other when we take a moment. We look at another person across this sacred water, see the divine in their eyes, and give them a blessing. We will bless this water and then bless each other. So we're going to bless this water, so let's, thank you. Maybe you too. Perfect, thank you, great. Our water blessing this morning is from Reverend Ranwa Hamani. The response is, this water is sacred.
This water is sacred. This water is sacred. It is made sacred by the many hands that have poured it with intention and love, the many stories that each drop contains, the many lives surrounding it in this unique moment, connected by commitment and faith. This water is sacred. May it continue to flow throughout this community with shining reflections of the unique gifts that flow through each of its members. This water is sacred.
May it continue to nurture this community with sustaining hope that we journey together through ripples of growth and change.
This water is sacred.
May it continue to bless this community with loving reminders of our collective responsibility to one another and the world.
This water is sacred.
May its ripples be a reminder that the changes and growth within this community bring movement and transformation to the world beyond our doors.
This water is sacred. May its purity offer grace to our community and the willingness to forgive ourselves and one another when we make mistakes. This water is sacred.
In moments when we are confused or uncertain, may it bring us clarity of purpose and commitment.
This water is sacred.
In moments when the reservoirs of hearts and spirits are drained by sorrow or pain, may it nourish them with the knowledge that we are surrounded by a deep and abundant love. We use this water to bless our babies and our beloveds who are ill or dying. This water is sacred.
So I invite you all to take a moment and think, what is the blessing that you were seeking when you came into this space today? What are you needing in this time? So take a moment and think, what is the blessing that is on your heart, that you are hungry for, that you are longing for? As you think about the blessing that you're seeking today, we are going to ask you to come up to these water stations. We will have one here, one there, and then 4 at this table. And you're going to come up and line up on either side of the water to bless each other. So we'll have 3 lines here, 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 and there's a water station up in the balcony as well. Today, you are invited to be blessed by these waters and to bless someone else with these waters. You might be able to bless someone you already know, or you might be given the opportunity to bless someone new. This is what it means to be in community. And we're a community that can do hard things, right? That's right. We're bound together by our covenant that we share, by our shared values, and by being in this building or on the Zoom room together. And sometimes we get to interact with people that we don't know yet. That is a blessing and a gift that you give each other. So in a moment, Jack and Amy will model our water blessing. There are going to be instructions on either side, so if you forget what you're supposed to say, it's written down in large font. I need readers too. You're invited to come to the stations and keep in mind the blessing that you're in need of. We ask you to hold the space in silence so that people can hear each other as they bless each other. I know that sometimes when we move around the room, we want to whisper a little something to the people with us, but just keep your blessing in your mind and in your heart. And if you would prefer to not come up, just raise your hand, and Kaz will come forward and bless you. And if you're watching online, you're invited to do this with someone you're watching with, or share the blessing that you are seeking in the chat box so that others can hold you during this time. Reverend Jack and Amy, if you would model this now, please. Thank you. So they each ask each other, what is the blessing you seek? And then say, I bless you with that blessing as they pour the water. Please come forward to these stations or the station in the balcony and bless each other. And please do hold the silence and raise your hands if you would like someone to come to you. Would anyone like us to bring a blessing to them? Please raise your hand. Thank you for blessing each other. May these blessings carry you as we move into this church year together. Thank you, choir. Take me to the water, take me to the sea, take me to the river so that my spirit can be free. I hope that many of you spent some time communing with the water this summer. Did you? Whether it was resting your eyes upon its beauty or soaking your body in it during the hot days of July, praying for that healing, comfort, and joy that comes from it. I had a chance to go camping up north this summer and immerse my body in Lake Superior for the first time. That's right. And it felt like one step closer to coming home in my slow transition to becoming a Minnesotan. That's right. The water held me, its ever-changing nature reminding me that this is just one moment in time, that resting in it, going under for a moment, quiets that voice that tells you you have to be doing something every second of every day. Something for yourself, something for your family, something for our democracy, something for the planet. Anyone else have that voice? Water reminds us to slow down, to appreciate, to go towards nourishment and connection. As you heard in the Powerhouse song the choir just sang us by Rollo Dilworth, he combined several African-American spirituals. Wade in the Water was an African-American spiritual passed down through the oral tradition. It spoke of wading in the water as a coded message for people who were escaping slavery because the water would hide their scent. And God's going to trouble the water was from the Gospel of John. When God troubles the water, healing comes. And the healing that we seek today is about bearing witness to our heartbreak, staving off loneliness, and remembering that there is another truth. We are not alone. We need God or love to come trouble this water we are in. And we do it for each other, right? And as love comes and troubles the waters, we're going to lay down my sword and shield. But a line was missing from this version. Does anyone know what it is? Ain't gonna study war no more. Yeah, oh, right? Let's all say it together. Ain't gonna study war no more. Let's repeat it one more time for the people in the back. Ain't gonna study war no more. That line says it all. It says what people who were enslaved were striving for those hundreds of years ago, and it says what we as Unitarian Universalists are crying out for today. Water is a respite, a reminder of change. It heals and nourishes. Our choir sang at the beginning of our service today, water, heal my body. Water, heal my soul. When I go down to the water, I feel whole. May the water that was poured over your hands today bless you. May you remember this when despair for the world grows in you. This community is here to help hold you, and water is all around us, right? We're in the land of 10,000 lakes. Go seek out that water in your neighborhood, at your local lake, or maybe just bring a glass of water to a beloved and hold those blessings close. Write them down, shout them out. What were your blessings? Okay, shout them out. There we go. Scream them into the universe, and in doing so, remember that you are a blessing to us. We need each other, and we need you to make it through this. And you don't have to go it alone. Amen. And to remind us one more time that we don't have to go it alone, we are going to sing our closing hymn, Blue Boat Home. And we do this in a circle. What? Can we do it? Yes, we can. And if you need to stay seated, let's try and include our beloveds who are seated in the circle. So if we need to do lines to people who need to stay seated, let's try and keep them in the circle in any way we can possible. The words are in the hymnal 1064. If you need the words, or you can just sing along. Do we have instructions? No, we're good. So please do get in a circle so that we can sing our closing hymn. We can do it. We can do hard things, right? And let's invite everyone upstairs. You could just join hands upstairs if coming down is too much. Go for it. we extinguish this chalice, but not its light, that we carry with us as we go out into the world, will you turn to your neighbor and thank them for coming to church today and invite them for some ice cream? Thank you.